I mean, we were kicking fireballs at each other. Like, Hardy almost got hit in the face with one. I got hit in the hand with one. I got my thumb burnt pretty bad, but yeah, it just could have been a lot worse. Hey, this is Steven Wilson Jr., and today I'm with MuchMusic, giving out some tips for you. Ooh, sorry. Next. Sorry. Tips on how to join in during a jam session, subtly, I would say. Make sure you're in the right key. That's an important thing. And don't play unless you have something to play. Or don't play unless you have something to say. You need to have a conversation with each other with an instrument. I think that's the point of it. Soloing is a totally different beast because there's so many wrong notes. There's honestly more wrong notes than there are right notes. And wrong is subjective because you can play a wrong note and make it a right note, but you can also play a wrong note, make it a really wrong note. Know all your scales, know all your modes, know where all the notes are. And then once you kind of know where they are, don't think about where they are. Just kind of like kick them over like stones, but you know where all the stones are. Yeah, have a vision. That's really important. Me and Tim Cofield co-directed this music video because I had like this vision of combining a bunch of different American themes like really rooted in American poverty. And like movies like Sling Blade and Gummo and all those had like even though they're very disturbing movies, like they had this profound effect on me as an artist. And I wanted to kind of create like an alternate world where those stories were kind of mirrored, but with different characters and within the theme of the song, because the song is about kind of just like working yourself to the point of lunacy. There was no real way to kind of draw it out, so I was kind of just directing the vision. Even though I was kind of pulling extra things out of the actors. It's hard to call them actors because we literally just picked people out of Hickman County, Tennessee.
Did you know them or are they just people off the street?
People off the street, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Sun goes up, sun goes down. They all wind up 6 feet in the ground.
The fireball game that I played with Hardy. That was actually a game me and my brother played as a kid. We would soak these balls in fuel, light them on fire, hit them around with shovels to watch them go through the air because they look like meteors flying through the air. And we created a little game, like basically a weird hillbilly hockey. Very dangerous, don't ever play this game.
That part really stressed me out.
Oh, good, thank you. We almost got really badly hurt, both of us. I mean, we were kicking fireballs at each other. Like Hardy almost got hit in the face with one. I got hit in the hand with one. I got my thumb burnt pretty bad, but yeah, it just could have been a lot worse.
All right, well, it's kind of a good segue.
Oh, my man.
So what are some tips on how to keep the fire alive in a bromance?
Well, how to keep the fire alive in a bromance. That has to be the first one for me, but I love it. I'm here for that question. You know, just check in with each other. You know, styles can be very different between humans. I think as long as it's genuine and authentic, we really respect that, I think, within each other. Me and Michael met in writing rooms. We were both, staff writers writing songs for other people. Neither of us were trying to be artists. So our friendship started kind of around, I think, our mutual respect, our mutual obsession with songs and the craft. You know, our stories are somewhat similar, both like named after our dads. We're both kind of definitely like country boys. We may like reflect our country boyness a bit differently, but we both know how to like clean a catfish really quickly and skin a deer and like, make squirrels edible. He's always like doing something different. He was a country songwriter. He released his country records and then he goes and does a full-blown rock record, and it's just, he's always kind of surprising me with his range. Artists like Michael and Chris Stapleton have really kind of opened up, a new paradigm for songwriters to become more than just songwriters. Some tips on how to decorate a guitar. Well, first of all, don't put holes in your guitar from playing it so much. That's what I do. There's holes in my guitar, so they're decorations by necessity. Like This is masking tape. That right there is just a giant hole, and that right there is a giant hole. So I grew up in body shops, like all my family work on cars. So there's always several rolls of masking tape. Growing up, it fixed everything. You know, if you wrap enough masking tape around something, you could get it to hold. It had to take a lot of masking tape. And I used to like always draw on like the wide masking tape and like pull out the strips and put up like little art pieces that like in the shop or on a car or something, like draw something. It was just always a fun little medium for drawing. I always loved to draw, and ever since I was a little kid. So that's really what that is. That's just for some reason I've just been drawing this my whole life, and I don't know why.
Do you have any tips, advice, the difference between writing for others versus writing for yourself?
I would say there is no difference. That's the thing I learned the hard way. Don't write songs for other people, just write songs for yourself, and other people will become fans of that. I feel like every songwriter is an artist. It took me a long time to figure that out. Whether they're like publicly an artist or not, they're still an artist. They have their own style, and an artist will usually be drawn to that more so than like, oh, this song needs to be about me or my story or whatever. Stories are adaptable, styles are not. Well, she's taught me probably everything I know about being a singer, a front person, anything, because I like had the best seat in the house, like playing alongside her for years, and kind of seeing how she would just shed her heart on the stage and just truly be herself.
So kiss me.
You know, she wasn't like trying to teach me how to do this. This wasn't part of our relationship with me being a singer. She like married a scientist and she got a songwriter. Pretty bum deal. But when I started doing it, she definitely gave me advice, you know, about having stamina as a vocalist, because she has incredible stamina. She can like sing for like 4 hours straight and just like be completely unfazed. I had to learn a lot about that aspect of being a vocalist, because I'd never been a vocalist before. But everything I learned about being a front person and emoting to an audience, I learned just from watching her.
Any general marriage tips?
Yeah, be willing to fall in love multiple times, because the person you marry is not going to be the same person you're married to. They're going to change and you're going to change. You have to be mutually willing. You're signing up for falling in love with a new person that's not the person you're in love with now. And I think if you know that going into it, it makes it a lot easier.
He is the greatest. So thank you for doing that.
Oh, thank you, MuchMusic, for having me. I am Stephen Wilson Jr. I am my father's son. Give us a follow on Instagram, stephen.wilson.jr, or stephenwilsonjr.com, Stephen with a PH. Wilson, like the volleyball, Jr., like J.R.